Okay.
And the Russian Revolution didn't actually spontaneously erupt out of the Russian people, as a lot of people believe. It
Yeah.
was actually set up entirely by the German government. And
But then how,
anyway,
like, do we know this? Is this, because it seems
this
like,
is documented.
is it? I'm so naive and
You can
ignorant
get
for all
this
of this.
on Wiki. His real name was Israel Lazarevich Gelfand, and he is also known as Help Hand in literature on the Russian Revolution.
Wow.
Because he was the initiator of the whole plot. He studied at Basel University. He was born in Belarus, by the way, but became subject to scrutiny by the Russian secret police for his Marxist views and left for Germany, where he joined the Social Democratic Party and became friends with the revolutionary Rosa Luxemburg, who was a friend of Lenin's. And then Rosa Luxemburg and Karl Liebknecht started the Spartacist uprising in Germany with Russian money once the communists had taken control of Russia. So that's what led to the rise of fascism in Europe.
Wow.
And that's what led to the wanting of the Western powers to create a strong buffer state in Germany against the Soviet Union. And the Germans got loads of support from the West in the form of bank loans. You know, the Nazis got funding, and they got steel, and they got vehicles. You know, by Western, European, and US industrialists, not realizing that they were fueling this fire, which was about to erupt because of the polarization within global politics.
This is so like, it's so fucked, isn't it? Because it's like, not to go back to my GCSE history kind of stuff, but you kind of like, I mean, maybe I was taught this stuff and I've just forgot it since I left school, but my recollection of being taught the backgrounds to European wars is just that it was a bad thing that happened, and like a lot of the Germans were baddies, and then they, you know, the Nazi party were elected, and then a horrible war took place where a bunch of Spitfires flew across and the battle for Britain, and we won, and yeah, great, okay. But it's the nuance and as you mentioned, like the sort of ugly industrialist angles of this, where it's like I mean, I don't know if they knew what they were investing in or what they were selling to Hitler's Germany or whatever ahead of time, but it's quite, I can totally imagine that sort of stuff happening, where they're just like, yeah, I mean, they seem a bit dodgy, but look here, they're going to buy like $1.5 million worth of this off us, you know? And we sort of see echoes of that now in terms of like sanctions, like the conversations that have come out in the last couple of days about sanctions on Russia, where people are saying like, right, we need to implement serious sanctions. And then like immediately you've got business leaders from like Italy and France and all across Europe saying, well, like, hang on a second, hang on. I mean, yes to sanctions, but like, our business is going to go under if you do that. So can we maybe we just hold back on sanctions? You know, it's like the greed or the need for financial security seems to kind of, that always comes up first, doesn't it?
Okay, the West became polarized over this as well, that certain people were terrified of the communists.